Hey everyone, it's Amy, one of the owners of North Shore College Consulting. Happy, healthy new year. I hope all of you had a wonderful holiday season with your family and your friends. As we ease back into real life, I know January feels very heavy and creates a lot of anxiety, particularly in parents of college bound students regardless of what year you are in high school. Even if you can't quite name why you're feeling anxious or what you're actually feeling, something is feeling kind of off. Every year we hear from parents who say they feel like they're missing something. They feel like now that it's January and the new year has started and they're reflecting on all the different parts of their lives and their children's lives, they feel like they should be doing something right now. So, if that sounds familiar, I want to start out by saying this very clearly. January is not a race. It is not a time to accelerate. It's a time to reflect and create structure and evaluate the process. For most families, January is not a pressure point in the college admissions process, even though emotionally it might feel like one. So today I want to talk to you and walk you through why January might feel so heavy for so many of you and explain what matters right now by grade level and what you as a parent can actually let go of and not worry about right now without falling behind. So, one of the reasons that January might feel so intense for you is because the emotional timeline and the admissions timeline really don't line up. Logistically, very little happens in January, but emotionally, we know January, a lot is happening. You're coming off the holidays. Most decisions haven't arrived yet. You're hearing stories of seniors who have just gone through this process and are coming down from this process. There's conversations in school, conversations in the grocery store, group chats, and among students and parents. And those conversations get louder. And as a parent of four students who went through this process, I know that comparison starts to peak at this time. So, what I see every January is that the anxiety actually isn't about deadlines or having to do something, it's really about uncertainty. When there's silence, especially after months of doing something, intense activity, the brain fills the gaps. And for parents who deeply care about guiding their child through this process and doing it the right way, the silence can feel alarming. But silence in January is normal, and urgency in January is almost always misplaced. So let's talk about what January actually is, what it should look like, depending on what year your student is. If your student is a senior in high school, most, if not all, of his applications should be submitted at this point. So, January is really a waiting season. There's nothing for your student to fix. There's no essays to write. There's no letters of recommendation to follow up on. There's no pieces of the application that need to be completed. There's nothing to influence, nothing should be revisited. Right now, in college admissions offices around the country, around the world, admissions files, applications are being very carefully and thoughtfully reviewed, and decisions take time. Checking college admissions portals repeatedly, replaying and reviewing the essays and the applications, and second guessing your child's choices will not change the outcome. It will only create more anxiety and stress at home. For seniors, January is about emotional steadiness, normal routines, letting life feel like life again, getting back to normal. For juniors, January is often very misunderstood. They have watched their friends in the senior class go through this process. And at this point, the seniors are mostly done. So juniors and their parents often feel like January, it's immediately their time to accelerate. And that is not true. This is not a sprint. It's not an acceleration point. And this is not the time to panic if things feel undefined. January for juniors is a planning window. This is time for your student to clarify their interests. What are they looking for in a college? Really dig into the research and look at all of the different characteristics that will make a college really feel like a home for them. This is a time for your student to really notice their strengths and build on those strengths. They should pay attention to those things that make them feel good, that they enjoy doing. This is really the moment for your student to really identify their direction. So, juniors should not right now add intensity just for the sake of adding intensity, adding activities, rushing decisions, finalizing a college list right now just is going to create stress and it is not going to improve your students' outcomes. Direction matters more than speed, especially at this stage. For freshmen and sophomores, January should be even quieter. This is definitely still the time for your child to explore their definition, their direction, their path. What energizes your child? How do they learn best? What clubs do they love participating in? Which classes really interest them? And where do they love learning? How do they feel supported? This information can't be rushed. And as your child grows throughout the beginning of high school, they will change, they will mature, their interests, their strengths will be identified. So do not rush your child. Strong applications are built over time, they are not forced into place early. So, if January isn't about urgency, what helps? Right now, January should be about reflection. January is a natural time to pause. It's a moment to take stock of what's already been done well and where can you simplify the process to reduce stress. Second, it's the time to think about structure. Clear planning, especially when it's quiet, will reduce anxiety. When families understand the broader arc of the college admissions process, they don't feel the need to monitor every single step. And third, this is the time for calm. This is important. Calm is not passive. Calm will allow you as a parent to step back from your management role and really back into your role as a supportive parent. It will help your students stay grounded and avoid being reactive, and it will allow better decisions to unfold later. I've consistently seen over 17 years of working with students that those families who slow down right now tend to make clearer, more informed, more confident decisions down the road. So, if January feels heavy for your family, let this be your reminder. You haven't missed anything, you are not behind, and this process does not require constant urgency to work well. January is not a race. It's a time to enjoy and to plan and to be calm. As always, we are always here. Please do not ever hesitate with any of your questions or concerns. We love to hear from you and enjoy your January. Do not panic. We've got you. Have a great rest of your January. We will be back.